always seemed so interesting in books. But then when you had to actually live it, nothing all that interesting ever seemed to happen, and unlike in books, you couldn't skip ahead past the boring parts. That's probably why, on the night before her 11th birthday, Kate sat down and wrote her Uncle Herbert a letter. It went like this. Dear Uncle Herbert, you've never met me, but I'm your niece Kate, and since it is my birthday tomorrow, and you are super rich, do you think you could please send me a present? Warmly, Kate. Reading it over, she wasn't sure it was the greatest letter anybody had ever written, and she wasn't 100% sure that the word please was in the right place. But she thought it contained her personal truth, which her language arts teacher always said was the important thing. So she put it in the mailbox. Probably nobody would ever read it anyway, because she hadn't put an address on the envelope, because she didn't know where Uncle Herbert lived. She didn't even have a stamp for it. Which made it all the more surprising when a present from Uncle Herbert arrived the very next morning. It was a train. Kate didn't especially want a train. It's not like she was into trains, that was more of a Tom thing. Kate was more about books and Legos and vanimals, those cute little animals that drove vans, which everybody in her class was insane about and which she liked too for some reason that she couldn't really explain. But after all, she hadn't asked for anything specific, and she guessed that her uncle probably didn't have much experience with kids. So Kate tried to be philosophical about these things. What was really surprising, though, was how big it was. I mean, this thing was really big. Like, too big to send through the mail. It arrived at their house on a specially reinforced, double-wide flatbed truck with 28 wheels. Tom counted. It was giant and black and incredibly complicated. In fact, it didn't look like a toy at all. It looked like an actual, real, life-sized steam train. That, Uncle Herbert explained, was because it was one. Uncle Herbert had come to deliver it personally, in a banana-yellow Tesla so insanely sleek and tricked out, it looked like one of Tom's Hot Wheels. He was fat, with thinning brown hair, and a round, mild-mannered face. He looked like a history teacher, or somebody who might take tickets at an amusement park. He wore shiny blue leather shoes and a banana-yellow suit that perfectly matched his car. Kate and Tom came running out to stare at the train. Kate had lots of straight brown hair cut to the length of her chin and a sharp little nose that gave her a slightly princessy look, though she wasn't really especially princessy. Tom's hair was short and blonde and tufty, like a guinea pig that just woke up, but he had that same nose, which on him looked princely instead. She was so surprised she couldn't think of anything to say. "That is a really big train," was all she came up with. It would have to do. "It's not a whole train," Uncle Herbert said modestly. "Just the engine and a tender. That's the coal car, right behind it." "How much does it weigh?" Tom asked. 100 tons, Uncle Herbert said crisply. "What? Exactly?" Kate said. "Like, it literally weighs exactly 100 tons?" "Well, no," Uncle Herbert said. "It weighs 102 tons. 102.36. You're right to be suspicious of overly round numbers." "I thought so," said Kate, who was. You really don't appreciate how incredibly colossal a steam locomotive is till one shows up parked on the street in front of your house. This one was about 15 feet high and 50 feet long, and it had a headlight and a smokestack and a bell and a whole lot of pipes and pistons and rods and valve handles on it. The wheels alone were twice her height. Kate's father came out of the house too. In fact, most of the people on their street came out to look at the train. He put his hands on his hips. "Herbert," he said, "what the blazes is this?" He didn't really say blazes, but you can't put the word he did say in a book for children. "It's a train," Uncle Herbert said. "A steam train." "I can see that, but what's it doing here, on a truck, so very close to my house?" "It's a present for Kate, and Tom, I guess, if she wants to share." He turned to Kate and Tom. "Sharing is important." Uncle Herbert definitely didn't have much experience with kids. "Well, it's enough."